Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to go over the AM silver bullet for Monday, July 8th. Alright, that should be big enough for you guys to see. Now, I use the macros at times. Even though the silver bullet hour is a full hour, I really like these macro times. Now, I have these, and this is the indicator. You have all the times here, and you can extend them. So if you don't include this is just the uh, XX50 to XX10 of each indicator. Now, extended, I use 45 to 315. So I extend them. Now it's your option, but you have the choice. And if you click these, you can change the times to whatever you want, and it'll move them. Okay, so that's the Kraken macros indicator. It's great. I use it all the time. It's always on my charts because I'm looking for that's the time windows that I'm looking for a trade. So here we are. Price came down, swept this liquidity here, right? So it came back up, swept this one, and now it's coming back down, and this gives me seek and destroy vibes, right? Came down, took out some liquidity, came up, took out liquidity, came down, took out liquidity, came up, took out liquidity, and now we're heading back down. So I need to see some SMT, either the low or the high to take a trade, because this is, if you look at this, that's seek and destroy signatures, right? I don't want to play in that. I've gotten way too wicked out, too many blown accounts being stupid playing this game. I'm not playing it. I want to see a clear SMT breakout of it. So all right, we took out the New York kill zone low, so that's good. I don't know. I want to see what's happening here. There's no SMT on ES at the moment, so I'm just watching price deliver. And I know some people are like, well, wait a minute, this is a great entry. Like it ended here. Wouldn't you take a trade? Well, because you don't know if it's how high it's going to go on the seek and destroy thing. This just took out this liquidity, hit this fair value gap. Is it going to come back down, or is it going to go right through, take out this liquidity and down? We don't know. I'm waiting for SMT to tell me, hey, it's time to move. Okay, that is consolidating here. See this back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I don't like it. I won't play in that. You can spot that. Just best to sit on your hands and wait. Capital preservation is a very important thing. See, look at that. I mean, look. So we didn't take this low, but we did go past the consequent encroachment of this wick. Whips are gaps. Whips are they're gaps, all right? So it came into this gap. Now I assume it's going to trade back up. This here, all this took this high, came into this fair value gap and down. So we're still trading in this range right here, right? Basically the kill zone high and low range. That's where we're trading. I want to see it. I want to see SMT to get me out of this. If we're going to get out of it. You know, it's still yet to be seen if we're going to get out of this. All right, so we're going back up. I know someone that took a trade. They took this trade right here. As the candle went down and stopped, they took a trade. They're like, hey, I'm buying. And he's like, and he said, hey, in Twitter, he's like, hey, I made 20 points. I hit my mark. That's great. But I guarantee you that's not, you don't have a rule for, hey, if it wicks below into another wick, I'm going to take a trade. So just because you make money in a trade doesn't mean you followed your rules. And money shouldn't matter. It should matter if you're following your rules. Because if you're following your rules and you know you have an edge, then over time you're going to be extremely profitable. So the money is, I have it on my screen when I take trades here just to show what happens. Now they took London low, so that liquidity, which is great. Still no SMT with ES. Still not seeing SMT. But I do like that it took this low, so that's a good sign. But it could be very much like this kill zone high, where it just kind of, you know. Retail sees this. There's the suckers line right there for retail. Okay. Consolidating at the low, which is fine. Still no SMT, but we're getting closer to building SMT. I can spot. I need a low, or I need a low. And can you just take this low? Well, yes, doesn't. This is what I need. That's what I need. Take that low. Ooh, wick there. That might be good. Okay, perfect. Yes. We have SMT right here. So now when I see SMT and we just took out a session liquidity, now I'm confident that we're going higher, right? So I look left. What do we see here? Well, I see a potential forming right here of a breaker block, right? Can we close above that? Close above. Yes, we do. Okay. There's my breaker block. Low, high, lower low, breakthrough. If it trades back into this, I know this is at the end of the silver bullet hour. So someone's in my comments is going to be like, hey, listen, you're taking a trade after the silver bullet hour. Well, yeah, I am, because there was no silver bullet in here that I would be confident in taking. I don't like, I see setups here, in hindsight, this coming up here, but this was seek and destroy. So yeah, you can say, hey, what about this breaker right here? There's a high, low, higher high, breaks through and trades back into it here. Could you have taken this trade down? Sure. Let me mark it up for you. For those that are saying, what are you talking about? Taking this trade, and it would have worked. I mean, you can just mark it out. I mean, from here to here, you had, 30-point move. You could have. To me, that's still guessing and gambling, because what liquidity did it take? It just took out this liquidity and rebalanced it for a value gap. When you look at this, you're telling me you're going to trade in this? I'm not. I'm not without SMT or any. I'm not doing that. So here we have SMT. It's on longer than 15 minutes. It's almost half an hour away, 20 minutes plus away. So it's good. Clear SMT here. We have a clear breaker block. It comes back in. Yes, it's at 11 o'clock. It's after the silver bullet hour by 1 minute, or whenever it comes in. I know that this one comes in right here because I remember taking it live. I'll buy one here. Stop goes low here. Let's put on the thing here. And then I'm going to go here, right here. It's even 50, 10 stop candles. Now you could go lower to low here, which, is fine too. There's my trade setup. All right, now retail is going to say, hey, wait a minute. We see that this is a breaking the trend line. And they're going to say, oh, they're going to buy right there. They're going to buy. And sometimes retail works. So I'll buy another one right here for retail for this one. But we know it's not buying and selling pressure. And trend lines, good luck. So that's what they see. That's what's in the books. That's what people see as the trend line traders. We know that it's seeking liquidity. All right, let's stem this out. Let's see if we break this high here. No, not yet. If we break this high here, I'm going to move my stop up. Well, I guess I probably should move my stop up here just to not have so much, since I did take another order. When it closes above that, I'll go break even. That was just a wick above, so I can't take that. Okay, now I can go above break even. Now listen, all of this, I'm only 85 points ahead. right here. So let's count the PD arrays that we got here. Now there's not very many. There's one fair value gap right here, but then you got an order block here that's being respected. Order block here that's being respected. So technically, I'll go below this order block right here. That means move this over so you can see it different. Move this over here so I can know what day it is. All right, so there's 2. Give me another fair value gap. All right, there's 2, 3, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's go to here. That order block. Order block, fair value gap, fair value gap. There's my 3 PD arrays. Even have a volume imbalance right here. Done dealing. Okay. All right. The sucker's line of retail worked that time. Congratulations. Retail, you actually get a winner. Most of the time you're just my liquidity. So, all right, well, let's replay this. We came to the silver bullet hour and we saw that we just took out a bunch of liquidity on the high side and buy side and the sell side, and then we just went seek and destroy. We took out liquidity, took out liquidity, took out liquidity, took out liquidity. Came up, filled in an imbalance, took out some liquidity here, came down into this void. Long wicks are basically like a fair value gap. They're gaps. Came back up, filled the thing here. Had a little mini breaker block here. You could have entered here. I wouldn't have. But like I said, I showed you it was, if you were going for this liquidity, you would have had a good 20, 25 point move to here. It would end up being over 30 down here. Then we took out the London low, which was awesome. Then we had SMT 20 minutes later, as we just kind of stayed down here. We looked left, we had a breaker block, and it was, again, 1 minute outside of our silver bullet hour. It was right at 11 o'clock. But that's our setup. If SMTs happen during our time that we like to trade, our time window, we took our trade here, and it ended up hitting our TP at 50 points, which was the New York kill zone high was our draw. After it took liquidity here, our draw was New York kill zone high. So that is your AM silver bullet on Monday, July 8th, using the Kraken suite of indicators. All the indicators you see on my screen are available in the Kraken suite of indicators for one low monthly price.